Beautiful beings of the universe. Welcome to now. Welcome back to my channel. As most of you know, I was out from here, from Australia, for more than a month. I was in my hometown in Bangalore, and now I'm back. And I wanted to make more of these videos wherein I would be as I always talk about my own experiences through life and things that I've learned as my consciousness has evolved, and it's an ever growing thing. Any point in time that you think that you have arrived and life just falsifies you, she keeps testing you. So, in this video, I wanted to talk about how knowing and unknowingness are both a bliss and a problem statement at the same time. So, what I mean to say is, you truly do not have an idea about what the future holds tomorrow. What kind of job are you going to land in? Or what if your mood, whether you want to do this job or not, even though you might have been working for years altogether in a certain uh, career, but you knew truly that your soul is not there. And your soul constantly kept telling you that it's time that you make a shift. It's time that you go and do the thing. But you were somehow fearful because of the fact that taking up that new role now might mean a lot, that you need to prepare yourself. That might mean that you need to now meet a lot of new people, and nobody wants to start and go on that lane where things are absolutely new. And the reason is because you do not know what kind of people are you going to work with. Let's say if you enroll into an institute, let's say an art institute, you do not know the curriculum that they promise versus what the faculty actually delivers it to you. Is it truly what you are looking for, or is it just a part of the template and they just want to sell their tutorials and classes to the customers, to you who's the student, and you just need to buy and pay huge amount of money for that? And what if the final product that you are going to create, if that is going to be of value, is that going to be accepted? But as long as you're aware that as an artist you want to learn certain techniques, certain tools, and you want to enable yourself more around that so that you can learn that software or that technique. Be for example, if you're an artist, if you're a painter, and you want to learn through those better, more defined techniques so that you can be a better artist. So now, before, this is just a statement in the sense, if you are going to do like the example that I gave in this case was about doing a career change, for example, or it might be just anything, even if you do not plan on trying to do something new. See, the whole point is you, as an individual being, you truly do not have any desires or fears, but it's the world around you that sculpts your desires and fears. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the sense, just imagine this. Let's say you had a desire to buy a home and you bought your home, and after a while, of course, you feel very fascinated initially that wow, you had a dream and you worked towards that and you bought your home. But after a while, that tends to just go back into the list of things that you already have, and now you do not appreciate it anymore, and you want to go on to the next thing, because all that you truly want as a human is you want to be able to realize what are all of the facets of me that I want to truly realize. All that every human is trying on this planet is they want to self actualize, they want to do their best of their capabilities. You will not find even one person, whether they are a beggar or they are a billionaire or they are world's richest man or woman. Everybody is just trying to expand their limits, their potentials to whatever they are right now, and they just want to expand it any further. How can I get better? How can I just try out every single thing that I'm born to do before I die? Because let's say if somebody told you that you're going to die in a year from now and you do not have a lot of time, so your whole game plan that the society has set for you, that you need to have this and this thing and you need to have so many stuffs, buying stuff, that madness, so many things that you need in order to people please or to get the validation from others, all of that is going to fall off. The moment you are aware of your mortality, lot of bullshit from the society that they have told and fed on to you is going to just crumble. As I'm reading this beautiful book of Sadhguru, Death, and he's just amazing. Sadhguru he's always amazed me in all of the facets of how he is. Truly, he's far more than a human. Many people even say that he's incarnate of Lord Shiva, and I think this is definitely true. When I went to Isha Yoga this time, and this was my second time, I could just feel the energy, the reverberation, the way how he is. And it's impossible for a normal egoistic mind to be able to do so much in the world coming through their ego. A normal man just thinks about, I should have this much money, I should have this as my family, I should have this as my career, I want to grow to so and so way, get old, have a secure old age and die. That's a normal man because not every man has got a high consciousness like divine. So this entire game is about this whole game of life is just about increasing your consciousness. And that's what we are all trying to do. Whether you are running towards a material goal or your goal is to be more spiritually advanced, whatever it is. So coming to this question of unknown, because the future, whatever it holds, we are not truly aware of what is going to happen tomorrow. And from one sense, it brings in a lot of fear because one side of our mind always wants to know what is it that is going to happen. You want to know because the very fact of not knowing brings in a lot of unease and anxiety inside of yourself. And the second aspect of I don't know is if you let go, if you can let go, it's very much relaxing. It's very much relieving at the same moment because you're no more thinking of the outcome. So, like how Lord Krishna said in Gita, your job is just to put in the effort and do the work and not be worried about the end result. But the reason for our anxiety is not that we do not know the end result. The reason for the anxiety is because we know I've got to do something, but I'm scared to do that because I have the fear of failure in that zone, or I have the uh, fear of just not truly accepting the fact that I have yet not arrived. So, for example, if I'm training for something, I feel that I have just put in so much effort, but still I've not achieved that strength that I'm looking for, and I still find myself like I'm still not in the best of my states. You know what I'm saying in that sense. So there are two aspects to it. One is when you what you do not know, the fear of the future is that is going to really make you more fearless because then you do not know what's going to happen, so you just go with the flow. Or the second way is when you do not know and you're just trying to figure out because you want to know. Now there's a conflict inside of you. Now there are two states inside of you. One that wants to say, I want to know. Why doesn't God tell me everything that I want to know? Why does life have to be so much unclear and just going through the bleak states? Life is not a straightforward journey for anybody. People fake, people pretend like they know. But the truth is, nobody knows a damn thing. Nobody knows. All those people who who are probably laughing at you because you're doing something or they are throwing their hate on you and you tend to think that this world is solid and the reality that you see is very real, you see that it's fluctuating. You yourself see that because a day of experience that you have had yesterday is not going to repeat itself any point in time later. So each and every experience that you're having from the day you're born till the day you will die, everything is going to be unique. But it's our mind pattern that wants to weave it in the ways that, yeah, I think I know this. And you want to say that, yeah, I think I already know how those people are going to react. I already know that those people do not have the best interest of mine at their center. Another thing is nobody truly cares for anybody. You might be living in a family and you might think that your parents care for you, your child cares for you, your grandparents care for you, but all of that care of your friends and family and society is centered around their love for themselves. So, for example, I was watching a great video of Osho in which he says that your parents gave birth to you, but they just wanted to have a child. The moment you grow up as an adult, now your parents are going to have issues with you. because they just wanted a child. A child is always lovable, nice. It's like a toy. Every parent, every man or woman wants a child because they do not have their own intellect. By the time a child grows to an adult and it's entirely separate entity, now when the parents truly see who you are, oh, you are absolutely different than who we thought you were. Now there's a ridge, there's a conflict. So your Osho talks about this very clearly. Your parents wanted a child. They did not want you. You, the you who you are. And that's the reason why every son hates on their father. Because consciously or unconsciously, the son is going to copy all of the characteristics of the father. No matter the son sees the faults of the father, and son wants to say that, or even not say, just knows it within himself that he does not want to be like the father. But when the child grows up, that same son, when he turns 20, 30, he is going to be mimicking the behavior patterns of the father, consciously or unconsciously. And the same thing goes with the daughter. The daughter picks on the behavior of the mother. So if the mother was used to of saying yes to the bully from the family, saying yes to the bully from the husband, not raising her voice, just giving in totally to the husband at the sacrifice of her own self, the daughter is going to consciously or unconsciously mimic that. And despite the fact that the daughter hates this thing in the mother, why is she not bold enough to take up a step? Why is she not bold enough to raise her voice? Still, you will see that the daughter picks up that subconsciously. And that is the reason why no daughter truly really loves her mother. And all of this is not a made up fact. All of this has been tested. And so, as I watched this video of Osho, I was so much moved because I felt that he's directly speaking the real facts and experiences of a normal day to day man or woman. So, know that truly nobody cares about you. It's only you who should have the best self interest for yourself. Because everybody else is centered around their wellness, around their well being. A father would love a child as long as the child does not have separate individuality than him. The moment you two have completely different viewpoints, now father cannot stand the same son. You know what I'm saying? The moment the daughter has completely different viewpoint, the mother is not going to stand her own daughter. No, and vice versa. So although they live in the same family, they pretend like they're all one, but everybody is all alone. And you are born alone and you will die alone. And in this between, this gameplay, and people pretend like, in the sense of fake families, like we're all together. That is not true because every person, see, first of all, this idea of family, how did this come about? This itself came from a herd mentality. Like, I want to have my own thing. So it's all selfish. So the man picks up the best, finest woman that he can target, and then the woman does the same thing while she's looking out for a man. But completely in all of this game that the society has set up, everybody's just trying to find a sense of security, love, and arrangement of love for themselves. And what happens is when you are trying to find something from someone and the other person is trying to do the same, it's a very needy relationship and that doesn't seem to work. But people are so much in fear of facing themselves alone that they rather be even in an abusive relationship. They rather be in a relationship that doesn't nurture them, that doesn't care for them, just because they want to be together. But a true sense of love and a sense of company comes from sense of selflessness. It's when you let the other person be as who they are. You're not trying to control them. You're not trying to manipulate them. You're not trying to cut the corners and play tricks with them. Like, I'm here with you so that you help me out in my finances because I need something from you. That's a very needy based relationship. And most of the coward people, that's why they enter this sort of a thing. And even though you see a lot of people, they're always in crowd, but they're all alone. You're absolutely alone. You have got no savior. It's you who stands for yourself. So just stop bullshitting yourself into beliefs that I have this friend, she's nice to me, he's nice to me. No, because people are nice to you for a reason. Nobody is nice to you without a reason. Everybody's selfish. And the moment you have awakened to this fact, you're never going to waste your time with fools who are just complete time wasters. It's so much better that you be with yourself and you face your own inner sides. Things that you see, the reason why you go out and meet a lot of people is because somewhere you're scared of facing your own self and you want to just let go of the fact. You want to forget yourself as who you are. But again, it's an it's a wasted effort because like even if you go out and meet your friends and family, you are still going to come back unfulfilled because nobody is truly going to show them who they are 100%. People will treat you like a somebody external, even though they are your own relatives, even though they are your own siblings, even though they are your own blood relations, or be it your own friends or your somebody from school who you used to say that wow they are my best friend when you were young, and then you grow up and times change and so does everybody's life situation changes. So in all this game plan, nobody exactly gets what they truly want. There's always a sense of hollowness, there's always a sense of emptiness, there's always a sense of I don't know. And if you're just honest, if you're really honest, then you sit with it, you cry with it. You don't have a solution, you sit with your helplessness. That's why an adult man is no less than a small child because an adult man faces the same problem of helplessness. Society forces a man to say, no, you gotta be strong, you gotta be the breadwinner, you should be all by yourself, be a lone wolf, be this, that, hustle, get six pack ab, be strong, be a man. That's funny. That's so funny. All this formula is empty and hollow. All this entire bullshit that society feeds you to be strong. Strong for what? So you can just be by yourself and feel terribly alone? And even if you say that, I know, none of this shit seems to work, so maybe let me go out and find out friends. Let me find my like minded vibe tribe. That's what we are getting into, right? Because we are social animals and we cannot just live all by ourselves in an island. So we are social animals. So you go out and seek out people and friends like you only to be betrayed once again, only to find another hater who's pretending to be your friend, only to find people are trying to be like you, trying to sound nice to you only so that they can get a sense of who you are. But the moment they get to see you are ever changing, you are ever evolving, you are like water, you are like wind, and you are constantly changing, now they cannot stand you. So if you're chosen to be like who you are, which you yourself do not know who you are, because who are you exactly is a mirror image of the replica of the people that you have seen throughout your life, through the billion faces that you have met in your life. From the day you were born, to every stranger that you met, to every officer that you worked, to every people in name of friends, family, or haters or enemies, all of them have left an impact on you. Do you see how serious this is? And the fact that you say I'm so and so is completely false because who you are is completely molded by the society around. And this idea of free will. Yes, they say that you have got two choices when you're faced with a rough situation, when you're faced in a very difficult situation where everybody is up against you and they target you as the bully. So what do? You have got two choices. Either you step up for yourself. You gather that energy that I've talked in a lot of my previous videos. You use that negative energy and then you cater to that, and then you work towards uh, channeling it into the right direction. Or the second way is you just let it be. You don't react. But you have no control over the trauma that it leaves on your mind. You have got no control. Just like when you were small and when you were young, you were only 5 years old, and if there was any family feud, family dispute, conflict between your uncles or in your parents, you just felt helpless as a child because you wanted peace, but there was no peace in the family, and you just wanted all this to get over. Because as a child, what do you want is safety, and not just safety. You want a nice, happy environment around you. But you felt as a 5 year old that you are helpless. And then you grow up to 25-year old and you think, oh, all that is, times are gone. I was a child, and you had tough situations as a child growing up, being at school, some teachers hating on you. School is no easy thing, it leaves a lot of scars on you. Or then about going to college, where you found that some of the professors were partial towards you. They would knowingly want to ignore your solutions. They would knowingly want to put you behind, even though you knew from your perspective that you were giving the best answer. Then you grow up and you go to the workspace, and there you find situation has not changed. So surely your situation has not changed much from a child's life of helplessness, because you find even as an adult there are a lot of forces beyond your control. There are a lot more people in power, and they do not have best interest for you. So they do not have, so they want to reduce your existence to either nothing, or they want to portray to the world that you are useless. Now, why I said about this thing on willpower and free will, first of all, you see that on your own you need not have a willpower. Let's say if you're just a single atom which is not moved by other rest of the atoms or situations, then on your own you're just at ease, you're just at rest. But when something moves you, pushes you, now you do not have a choice because you have gained that energy, and now you've got to utilize that energy, and you can either mold it into a creative force, or you can mold it into a destructive force. So again, the same yin and yang thing. See, the people who are mostly criticizing others, the people who hate on others, those people are working out of the destructive energy, the dark energy. And also see to it like it's always easy to complain on something that somebody has already built. So let's say if I built a product, it's always easy for 10 people to come up and say, oh, this is not making any sense. Now, there are two ways to see to it. Maybe I should actually look at my product and review their feedback. Maybe they're right. And I actually need to make my product more productive, more usable so that somebody else can use it. Or the second way is that it is already a usable product. For example, if I made a toothpaste and I'm selling toothpaste and it is already good quality, it is herbal, it has no fluoride, it is chemical free, it's good for your gums, but still people are just saying, no, it's not good. So in such cases, one would want to avoid that critique, because ideally, who should be your critiques? For a person to be in a status where they can truly critique you or put a statement on you, on your existence, on what you are creating, on who you are, if somebody is better off than you and you want to take their feedback, but if that is not the case, if you are not trying to learn something or be from somebody else a critique, then why would you want to take that critics in the first place? Because then it does not make any sense. So basically, my point was that I wanted to talk about here is while you're on your journey of life, and you might see that you do not want to unnecessarily speak for no reason. Like if you do not feel the need to speak, you'd rather keep quiet. And you would rather want to speak at the places where you think it's vital for you to speak. Now, people might view to it as, like for example, at your workplace, they might see you as very arrogant, or you think that you are too high than others. But that is not true because you just chose not to get yourself involved in day-to-day gossip. That's what is the conversation of most of the people. It's energy draining. It's a time waster. You don't learn nothing from that. So you just want to cut some slack there. And you just want to avoid all that trash conversation because you know that brings your energy down as a chosen one, as an indigo child. Another aspect that I wanted to talk about, although it might go a bit off track, but still, we just want to have a say about all the time I should know what I'm doing or make a very solid goal. But then you're always faced with this duality of should I pursue a spiritual goal? And the spiritual goal is about minus, and a material goal is about plus. Material goal tends you to push forward and achieve things in the world. And the spiritual goals is about minus. It's a minimalist mindset. And it's not at the cost that you're just trying to cut down on things because you can't, but because you see the uselessness of that. Because you see the more you have, the more you have to maintain. And you're just now it's about you have this much time, energy, and money. And do you just want to keep wasting all of that time in doing things that your soul tells you it's not important? And it's completely individual for each one. It's not about something is better than the other, but it's just about every individual's calling is unique. And if only we could listen to what all of us were meant to be, the world would not be a competition ground. The reason why there are so many haters and so much negative energy in the world is because society wants to put everybody into the same template, and then they want to compare. You are better off than others. You are lower than that. So if you are low, you've got to be treated like that. If you are high, you've got to be treated like that. But this whole thing is this is really funny, and like maybe if all of us just be who we are, then all of this problem is gone. All of this competition is gone. All of this jealousy mindset is gone. Because people hate you for a reason. They are jealous of who they think you are. They want to be like you. All of your haters secretly, they want to be like you. But they are not. They do not have the strength to be you. So when they see something so beautiful in you, they like you, but they also hate you at the same time. And now this conflict in them gives rise to a very negative energy, and that's why they talk about you, they laugh at you. So it's not important that you go and keep on responding to every barking dog on the street. That's not your job. If people hate on you, and I'm not talking about dogs, I'm talking about people. So if people keep on acting weird and throwing their tantrums and hate on you, it's not your job to go and tell them, please don't. Let them do whatever. Let the world do whatever. Your job is to stay at the center, be a witness. You also watch your haters hate you, and you also watch your supporters support you. Because it's a yin yang world. If they are haters, they're also lovers. But just that hate seems like a very clear, vivid energy. Someone doesn't like you, they don't have to say a thing. If you're sensitive, you already sense that they don't like you. And so is the case with somebody who's attracted to you as well. They need not say, I like you. You just know by their energy. You just know somebody's for you or somebody's against you. Their likeness to you might be as a mother. Somebody might like you as a mother. Somebody might like you as a sister. Somebody might like you as a lover. Somebody might like you as a just as a somebody, as an inspiration. It need not be gender specific. And truly who you are, you're not just a gender specific person. You are just a being. A being is a very neutral thing. A being doesn't have a gender. A being doesn't have to be identified as so and so. You cannot classify a being. You're non classified. And so is everybody. But the problem is, we want to get to know somebody by first of all boxing them into so and so criteria that, ah, I think I know who you are. You must be this and this, right? And you see, people have a lot of joy making fun of others, making huge laughs about them. What's so funny? I will just cross by you. I won't even question. I don't. I go like air when I'm out in society because you are nothing to me and I'm nothing to you. So, but I witness. And I also see through their foolishness and drama of how miserable they feel when you don't give them the energy. How frustrated they get when some hater wants your energy and you just didn't give it to them. They're like, fuck, my hate didn't pierce through them. Now that hate is going to come back on you. They just hate that. So there's a very nice story around Buddha when Buddha was asked. There was a saint who had come in Brahmin form, and he asked some question to Buddha, some very stupid, irrelevant question. So Buddha didn't want to answer, and in anger he spit on him. And Buddha didn't say anything. He just moved on. So next day, that man felt very offended, and he because Buddha did not respond back to him, and he felt so terrible about his act. So he fell at his feet the next day and said, "I'm so sorry for all the things that I did yesterday. Aren't you angry at me?" So Buddha replied, "No, I'm not angry at you. Because if you threw your hate to me and if I did not accept it, it's like a gift which is returned. So it is back to you." So that is such a beautiful message. Like if you do not truly accept the hate of the world, it does not affect you. And also whatever is rotten in this world, you need not worry about them. The rotten fruits fall on their own. It's about you. You should not fall down to their level. You should always keep yourself high. You should always stay grounded and keep learning. When this I has come into play, when this I as a person, as an ego gets into existence, and know that when you're not challenged, there's no I. You see, your I comes into picture only when it's a troubled times. Without that, your I is not nowhere to be seen. Even when you are very happy, you enjoy. Like for example, if you got very good marks in certain exam, and you feel very happy, you feel very proud that wow, I scored so much. I have got that degree now. I'm feeling so proud of myself. That is very nice, only for a short while. Again, your mind goes on thinking, should I pursue something next? So, in this bardo state, when your desire has been met and a new desire has not arisen, in this state, there's a sort of emptiness, and you sit with it. Many times it is very much enlightening, it's very relieving. You feel a strange sort of love in your heart center. You feel your heart center turning so warm. You feel so much comforted because your previous desire has been met and the new desire has not arisen right now. And you are at your own center in your Anandamai Kosha. You are in the center of your being. You are in a blissful state. And you feel, wow, this is so much love. And even though you're all alone by yourself, there's nobody around you. You feel a wave of love just wash all over you. And then you want to sit with it. You don't want to let that go. But you see that even that has got an expiry date. And life just gives you those samples pretty often when you are in that blissful state. And then other times you're thrown back into the sucked into the drama of life, where you got to play this game of duality, where you've got enemies and you've got to act from the hero mentality. And then all of that lone wolf sort of thing comes in, and you see people trying hard to achieve whatever they want. And at that point the desire comes in. At that point the goal mentality comes in, which feels good after all that hard work, after years of hard work, when you got that degree. But it's also draining. It's not fulfilling you for entirety. Like, one degree cannot fulfill you for the rest of your life. It's like every single desire that gets met keeps you fulfilled to a partial degree. A complete fulfillment, nobody knows. So that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.